All right, let's talk about a secret weapon for growing your audience. And, it might sound a little old school, but I promise you, it is one of the most powerful tools out there today. We're talking about the good old email newsletter.
So you're a creator, right? Or maybe you run a business. Either way, you know the struggle. It feels like you're in a constant battle for attention, just trying to get noticed in that endless sea of social media feeds. I mean, getting someone to stop scrolling for a second is tough enough, but getting them to actually stay, to actually listen? Phew, that's a whole other ballgame.
Okay, but what if I told you there's a place where a huge, and I mean huge, audience is just waiting? Check out this number. By 2026, we're looking at over 4.7 billion people using email. That's more than half the planet. It's not just some random statistic. It's a massive, direct pipeline to people that, honestly, most of us are totally sleeping on.
And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's what we're calling the engagement challenge. Basically just why connecting with people is so much harder than it used to be. It's tough to build that real connection, that real loyalty when everything is so noisy.
So what's the solution? Well, this is where our hero, the email newsletter, comes in. And here's the key, the absolute most important part. It's all about permission. People opt in. This isn't you shouting at strangers with ads. Nope. This is a scheduled email that people have literally raised their hand and said, yes, please, send this to me. They trust you're going to give them something valuable. It's like being invited into their home instead of just shouting from the street.
And that's why it's your direct connection. Think about it. With social media, which is great, don't get me wrong, you're basically renting space. You're at the mercy of some mysterious algorithm that decides who sees your stuff. But your email list, that's yours. It's a direct, undeniable line to the people who actually want to hear from you.
Okay, but does it actually work? I mean, really? Well, get ready for this. For every single dollar you put into email marketing, the average return is $36. 36. That is an absolutely insane 36x return on your investment. I mean, find me another channel that does that. It is hands down one of the most powerful and efficient ways to grow your brand. Period.
So how on earth does it pull off a 36x return? Well, first, it's that direct channel we talked about. You own it. No algorithm can hide your message. Second, by showing up in their inbox, you stay top of mind. You become a familiar, trusted voice. Naturally, that drives people to your website or your blog. And all of this, over time, builds incredible loyalty. Oh, and the best part? It scales like a dream. Seriously, sending an email to 500 people versus 5,000, the extra cost is tiny. It's incredibly efficient.
Okay. I can practically hear you through the screen. But wait, isn't email dead? Isn't it just spam? Don't I need a whole team to do this? I get it. Totally fair questions. So in this next part, let's just tackle those doubts head on. It's time to slay some dragons.
All right, myth number 1, the big one. No one reads email anymore. Okay, let's be real. People don't read junk email. They don't read boring email. But they absolutely read stuff that's valuable, that's targeted to them, and that they actually subscribe to. If you give them something good, something they're genuinely interested in, they won't just read it, they'll actually look forward to it.
Next up, the myth that it just takes too much time, money, and skill. Maybe 10 years ago that was kind of true, but today, no way. The reality is that modern tools, think about platforms with easy templates and stuff, make it so simple. I mean, they're practically drag and drop. And now with AI that can help you write and brainstorm, anyone can do this. You don't need to be a tech wizard or have deep pockets anymore. And the last myth we need to bust? Email newsletters are intrusive spam? Nope. Let's get this crystal clear. Spam is junk mail you never asked for. It's intrusive, it's annoying. A newsletter, that's permission-based. Your subscribers literally ask you to send them stuff. They give you their email address on purpose. It is the exact opposite of spam.
All right, so hopefully we've cleared the air a bit. Maybe now you're thinking, okay, you got me. I'm in. But what do I do now? How do I even start? That is the perfect question. So let's get into your first newsletter blueprint. We've got a simple map to get you started.
It's really just 5 simple steps. First, you got to define who you're talking to and what you want to achieve. Then you build your list. Offer something cool to get people to sign up. After that, you choose an email tool that works for you. Step 4. Create some awesome content with a clear point. And finally, you send it out consistently, and then, this is important, you analyze the results to see what's working and what's not. That's it. It's a really straightforward plan.
Okay, so you have a plan. But then comes the big one, the scariest part for a lot of us, staring at a blank page. That moment when you think, what on earth do I actually write about? Don't worry, we're going to fix that right now. Here are 5 inspiring ideas for when you just don't know where to start.
But before we dive into the ideas, let's get our mindset right. And this quote really nails it. It's way, way better to have 100 subscribers who actually open and click your emails than to have 1,000 who just don't care. It's all about quality, not quantity. The big takeaway? Focus on creating something that's genuinely worth their time.
So what does that something worth reading look like in practice? Well, here are 5 great starting points. You could share the latest industry news so your readers are always in the know, or try a problem-solution series where you tackle a common pain point. People love curated lists of things like tools, articles, or books. You could do a beginner's guide to a topic you know well, or get personal and share some behind-the-scenes stories. Honestly, any of these is a killer way to get started.
So, let's recap. We've talked about the huge potential, that mind-blowing ROI, and we've smashed those myths that might have been holding you back. We've even given you a 5-step blueprint and a bunch of ideas to run with. So really, there's only one thing left to ask. And this question is for you. Your audience is out there. They're waiting to hear what you have to share. The only question is, what will you say?